Hello, early arrivals. Just waiting for the pre-rolls to finish so we can get going with some more solo self-found warrior action. Hello, Darby. Hello, Timmer. Hey, Chronic Kills. How you doing? Hey, Crazy. Who else is here? Savannah, Sander, Tequil, another mage. How you doing, folks? Good to see ya. Hey, Horny Toad. How you doing? Good to see ya. We're back, folks. Yeah, we're about 30 seconds ETA. Hey Zora, how you doing? Hey Zeddy, how you doing, mate? Zeddy the Yeti. How you doing? Just been taking a look at my passive tree, figuring out where I want to go with the warrior. Still no idea. Liking to look at the fire stuff. Also liking to look at like the Templar start area. And shimmying up that way looks pretty good too. Warcry stuff looks pretty good. Totem stuff looks pretty good. A lot of uncertainty as to where I'm going to head passive tree wise and build wise. We will figure it out and maybe we'll have to farm some gold. G'day folks, CD here. How's it going? Oh, I forgot to turn my light on the green screen. Oh no, the illusion is changing. You mean Ziggy doesn't literally live in Ravenloft? What? Hello. There we go, that's better. That's better. Hiya folks. Welcome, welcome. Slowly becoming a Sanctum enjoyer in Path of Exile 2. Every time I play Trial of the Seconders more, I enjoy it more. I think it's good content. Like, I think it's actually pretty well done overall. It's just not something that maybe should be the trial to ascend, right? So they either need to make the choices more choicey, or maybe come up with an alternate setup for getting those ascendancies, or make just getting the ascendancy part easier, and then you know, the non-getting ascendancy part can stay more challenging and more rewarding. Maybe, I don't know. It's good. Yeah, I did a run of it earlier today. Actually, had a great run on my mercenary and dumpstered the boss much more comfortably than last time. I think I had like 4k on her and maybe took like 500 damage or something like that. Big chain and Sekhemas runs feels better each run. Yeah, you improve your relics a little bit better, you get a little bit better at it. Character, I find I get like a full level every time I do it, even in the mid 80s now. The loot feels pretty good overall. It's I've been enjoying it too. Yeah, not sure where I'm going with this one. Welcome back to the solo self-found warrior leveling action. If you didn't catch yesterday's stream, I am doing a warrior in solo self-found so that I can start with no loot, no gear, no gold, no resources to take advantage of, so I can get that pure baseline campaign experience for the warrior. Eventually I might port it over via to trade at Endgame, but the idea is I just wanted to get that feeling for where the warrior is at right now. Not just have the second-hand thing. Too often I have to, you know, discuss it for, well, what I've heard is, or what people have been saying is, I'd rather get the full experience myself. And it's definitely harder than leveling a mercenary, right? Obviously that's very true. It has been very fun and engaging though. So it's a more challenging leveling playstyle that I have engaged with and enjoyed quite a bit. And I've been humbled a couple times. But no, you won't. There's no migration now. Someone yesterday said that if you swap to controller, it works. So maybe it's just a UI bug. So I don't know. I haven't verified that. That's just what someone said in chat. And I'm like, really? That's pretty funny if so. So that might be worth a look. It'd be pretty funny. People just not noticing that if that was the case. Yeah, so there's like, I like the look of this fire stuff down here. Going full fire with Avatar Fire seems like a potential option. There's also lots of nice stun stuff. Big fan of the stun. I quite like Templar start just in general. I like getting recoup and regen scaling and some nice AoE and potentially mana management if we need that. As well as this, some nice attributes and things to pad us out. And we go past some fire there as well. So I don't know, like a fire setup could go dip into Templar start maybe. I imagine the way things are currently, a lot of warriors actually go energy shield and go up north of the tree. I wouldn't be surprised, but there's also some nice kind of stuff here. I'm just trying to think of like if I was trying to make this as comfy and less skill reliant, because I've been a bit skill reliant. I haven't like farmed and geared very well. I have very bare minimum stuff. I just invested in making a weapon a little bit stronger, but for the most part, apart from getting some move speed boots pretty fast, gear has been kind of mediocre, and I've had to skill my way through some content. But I'm wondering if I can make things more comfortable without needing that skilling. I think if I wanted to do a beginner's warrior guide, probably would make sense to do it after changes, but I would probably want to do a second run through based on what I've learned or refine things down a lot more. This is more of an exploratory, getting a feel for it, experiencing it. You could have warriors crossbows, it would be identical or nearly. Yeah, I have no doubt you could. I don't want to do that. That'd be pretty... Be like, what do you mean? Warrior's fine. You just slap on a crossbow and use grenades to level, just the same way I did my merc. Yes, we could do that. We could do that. That is a thing we can do. But I'm not going to go that route, I don't think. But it does seem like that is a route you could go. Rolling Slam, Aftershock still bugged. Haven't tested Rolling Slam with Aftershock. I've barely used Rolling Slam actually, because it's not necessarily the most useful leveling skill, I think. Hey, Zephiel. Thanks, mate. I've got kind of like a few small holiday trips with little gaps in between them as my holiday plan. So we did a couple days recently. Now I'm back for a couple days, and then New Year's Day we're going away for a few more days, then coming back. Possibly something after that as well. So some on and off holidaying over this period. He's not saying warrior, that sucks, it's mace skills. Sure. I mean, yes, when I say warrior, I'm talking specifically about the mace archetype. And a lot of the issues do come from, well, later on, armor life scaling is a big thing, but in the campaign context, actually that's fine. Life and armor are fine in the campaign. Whoa, holy heck. Early on, it's mostly just kind of about the skill package of mace and how that plays with like melee. For the average player who's going to jump on and do a bit of that. Shardwalker dodged my thing, man. What the heck? What is my hotkeys again? I changed them around. Evasion, energy shield. Actually, I have enough stats to equip, but probably not really much of an upgrade for me. Yeah, not really. Would be a little slightly better for Trial of Sekhemas though. If I wanted to do Trial of Sekhemas in a moment, which we might, it would actually be better for that. Mr. Streamer thinks he gets to take breaks. It is a slight pitfall of the industry is that the best time to work each year is through the Christmas and New Year's break, but it's also the time you want to go spend with family and the rest of your family who are normies and work normal careers. That's when they're available to spend time, friends and family. So it's so that one's a little tricky to navigate. And in the past I have, you know, I've been like, you know, we'll do our holidays at another time. And we'll work through Christmas and whatnot, but now we also have, yeah, a bit more of a family going on. Tully, you know, we want to take Tully to see her nana over Christmas and things like that, you know. So I've got shield charge. Whoa, that is not what I meant to do with that shield charge, but okay. Okay. There's a little bit of loot to be had in this zone with some little chests and gold piles, but mostly we're coming to get, which is over there it looks like, the Jinn key from Balbala, and do that Balbala fight, which could be somewhat spicy since she's pretty mobile. But my bossing has actually been really good. I think mostly the trickier thing has been rares and getting swarmed occasionally. Though as long as we prep our engagements a little bit, we're pretty okay in that regard, because we have Earthquake, you know, we have the Totem. I have this so we can get some nice fiery explosions. The recommended viable skills for warrior are the reason I have not tried to play warrior till now. Oh yeah? Do tell. I imagine it's war cries and totems are probably the bigger ones, and then later on like Anvil of the Gods seems pretty strong. What else? I don't know which of the others might kind of see use. Oh, and Bone Shatter, you know, the Bone Shatter action. And the charge skills? I don't really think you have to use the charge skills. Just a couple blue staffs, not very useful for me. Oh yeah, Sunder is, I've heard Sunder's pretty strong. Perfect Strike is pretty good, Imo. People do rave about the Perfect Strike action. I am whelmed by it mostly, but I haven't had a chance to give it support gems yet, so that's probably the main reason. Just don't have enough supports to be able to link up all of the skills I have and want to use currently. I mean, the shield charge into Bone Shatter is very satisfying.
These statues are older than anything I've ever seen.
Oh, that should be up here. Charging up only to whiff? Yeah. Yeah, occasionally you do get like a... They just step slightly out of your range, or... or, you know, your accuracy isn't perfect, so you get a whiff. It always hurts. Yeah, well, Leaf Slime's not really so much of a movement skill here as it is like a initiator, stun activator, right? But still is better than not having that, because you can leap up and down cliffs with Leaf Slime, right? But getting blocked by things that don't look like you should get blocked is kind of weird though. When you like something looks like a ground effect and you try and jump over and you get hit, you know, that's always just a little bit of a disconnect, I think. A bit awkward. Here's our Balbala fight. I don't think I actually have Perfect Strike on currently. Oh no, I do. It's there. Do I not have a bound? I don't think it's worth using without supports. Do do do.
I prove myself.
Where are ya? There she is. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. And dodge. And slam. I had too many issues with face tanking at all so far. Poison, probably eating the full poison combo is not a good idea. Didn't blind dodge that one. Wait, come back to you. You would dodge my Earthquake. Earthquake's probably not super worth using in this fight, due to the fact that she's often just going to move away. Not been running out of fast at all. Slow and steady. Yeah, I think I'm probably better off just using regular attacks until I get actual supports on Perfect Strike. Like, it probably does about equal damage to just default attack spamming with martial tempo. See ya, Balbala. I mean, pretty comfortable. Definitely wasn't worried at all. I don't think my flask did not empty. Well, currently 95 charges. Yep, we're at max flask charges. Good sign. Pretty comfy. But the real test will be going into here, right? That's gonna be the real test. We'll finish this zone and get the next waypoint and then do that. Let's do it like minimum kind of possible level and preparedness. I think what my plan is and would be is to, unless I get really good relics kind of on the first run, is to, oh, that's interesting. I've had a couple freezes like this on Warrior. I don't really get any on Mercenary, so there must be a skill or some effect that's going on here that's actually causing a freeze. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, my plan would be to actually farm the quest one, because you can fail the quest one and just repeat it infinitely. So you can like run to the boss and then quit out. And then I actually wonder if you like kill the boss but don't ascend. Oh, I think that causes a bug. You probably don't want to do that. So like run to the boss, loot some relics. If you don't get good relics, quit it and do it again, or fail it and do it again. Updated drivers recently. I did before PoE2 came out, when there was those. I changed back to DirectX. I was on Vulkan for a while. I was hoping that DirectX might fix the stuttering I've been having, but it's still happening a bit. The crashes were fixed by going to Vulkan for you? Okay. Yeah, maybe that's the thing, because I only just changed back to DirectX again recently. And I still seem to have random stuttering, so might be worth going back to Vulkan if it happens again then. I'll do that. Uncut Spirit Gem. Is that a Spirit Gem, was it? No kidding. Spirit Gem 6. Kind of a somewhat rare drop at this point. Check the booties. Co-also had a crash or two. Yeah. I like to do Keth map and kill the Snake Queen for +2 skill points before trial. Honestly, really good idea. Leaving it till slightly later is pretty worthwhile. Especially on a warrior would be, right? But you can also farm it, right? Like, there's not too much risk in farming it, I don't think. You're not likely to actually die in there on a warrior. You're just gonna fail out due to honor most of the time, I suspect. Need to use that shield charge a smidge more. Then I could just shield charge into Bone Shatter like so. So what's getting some of this action? There's some big damage in there. I noticed just off beef is this rage stuff here too, which I quite like. That's off an 8-pointer, seems really worth getting. So I'm like pretty tempted to go down and rush that stuff too, but let's go ahead and finish off getting Impair and Reaving though, maybe. The warrior sounds are amazing. The sound of the Bone Shatter crunching is so good. No one was stun ready, huh? Try that again. Uncut skill 6, very nice. Very nice. A couple of those to do. How are you not? Oh, because they got stunned. That's why they're already stunned. I can't bone shatter if the enemy's already stunned. The biggest issue with bone shatter. They did fix the exploit with 9th Treasure of Keth. They made its corpse indestructible. Yes, yeah, they did. I never wanted to cover that one because I knew that was getting fixed. I did cover one that might possibly get changed at some point. And that's farming the like cemetery hidden treasures, hidden wealth. But I think that won't get changed for a while. And if it does, it probably only gets changed in a way to stop it from being botted. More so than for regular player use. So I think that'll remain a way to like get some gear and gold when needed. The Halani gates. Except for the crush you every 5 minutes. I don't mind the voice callouts and the characters for the most part. I find pretty entertaining, but it can be it can sometimes be a little loud if you've got your dialogue cranked because you want to listen to NPCs. It'd be good if it was a separate slider. Your own character callouts, turn those down, you know? Would be pretty good. Back to the caravan. I'm trying to improve my autobomber build, trying to plan out a single target skill for when the autobomb equals 0. Any suggestions for single target crossbow skills? All 3 elements right now. Single target crossbow skills on an autobomber. If you're doing shock and you probably want to go shock burst rounds, I would imagine. That would be my first one to investigate. I have to imagine shock burst rounds would be a good choice for you, but it does depend on you shocking.
If you are traveling through the traitor, I will sell. No need to rush.
What do we got here? We want to keep up the disenchanting for now, I think. Although, there's something to be said for me getting some extra gold. I'll keep the shield as is for the moment. This one, oops. This one may be worth using for the Trial of Sekhemas. Is this even any better? As long as I don't need the int. We're actually better off with that extra energy shield for honor. So we might take advantage of that. I do apparently need the int. I could change that. If I'm just 5 below, I'm 6 below. Okay. Okay. All right, no deal then. Looks like that exact 6 was what I needed. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, never mind. So the evasion energy shield's slightly better in that, but it's fine. Not a big deal. Uncut Spirit Gem. Do we want to level up Herald of Ash? Bavaria Magma Spray. Scavenged Plating. Explosion radius is 0 to 1 meters. What? How is it? It's not 0 meters though. Huh? That's not right at all. Huh? What? Pretty sure that's not right. Anyway, we're gonna upgrade it anyway, but
Flame of the Forge.
pretty sure those numbers are wrong. Weird. I'm pretty sure the explosions weren't 0 meters, but you know, whatever, I guess. What is going to be most helpful for us in here? I wouldn't be surprised if Shockwave Totem carries in Trial of Sekhemas, honestly, as a way for us to engage without having to get hit too much. We kind of need some support gems for that one. Oh, we got 2, so we can do Earthquake on the other one as well. Yeah. I think I'd raid the Earthquake for sure. Probably not going to need Rolling Slam anytime soon. Molten Blast could be a handy backup to have. I don't really have a slot for it, but also probably not really going to use Perfect Strike just yet, so we'll put Molten Blast on there. I can use that to snipe things as needed. Hey, Iron Guppy! The bunks have been fun, mate. They've been really fun. I really need a few things. I have no lightning rares whatsoever. Negative lightning resistance currently. I still don't have an amulet, which is crazy, but I haven't managed to get an amulet yet. El Dragon, I gotta run an Untainted Paradise if you want to join on your mark. No, that's okay. You enjoy. I'll find it eventually. That's very kind of you, though. 5,400 for that one. We're not going to use that. Surely you can gamble one? No, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. Act 2 Campaign Secrets Guide. I'm pretty sure there's an amulet in here somewhere. It's Keth. Abandoned Shrine has a guaranteed magic amulet. So going on to Keth and getting an amulet would be pretty good. And Kabbalah as well is there too. But I think we can actually just go straight to Keth now, right? Do I need to... Oh, wait, hold on. We have to do... What Zonal's in first. What was it? Halani Gates? We have to have that initial encounter at the forward command tents and that, right? Oh, yeah. And Jam and Ra fight first, and then that opens up the second half of the act. So it probably makes sense to do this, hit Keth, then go Sanctuming. I mean, I might get an amulet from Sanctum, but this probably makes sense, I think. Alright, Asala, come on down. Shock burst rounds is 41, so I haven't seen it yet. I've been missing rapid shot plus point blank. You've been using rapid shot and point blank. Ah, okay, he's still too low level to use it. Fair, fair. It'll be one to check out later on though. So you have a good way of applying shock or electrocute, both work. Don't be me and spend over an exalt. Don't be me and spend an exalt on a spirit plus dual res amulet and then realize you're playing Invoker with the passive that means you can't get spirit from gear. Oh. Oops. Maybe you can resell for the same price. And bonk you lot, thank you. See yous. Forward command tense gives us a support or a skill, I can't remember. Forward command tense is... Where is that one? Bone Pits, Keth, Mastodon, Trader's Passage. I don't have it on the quick guide. I'm pretty sure I have it here though. Maybe not. I thought for sure I had that. If not, I need to add it. Yeah, how do I not have that? I thought it was in my notes. Let's have a look. Doop. Mystery Outskirts, Madoon, Trader's Passage, Mastodon Badlands. Yeah, I've got it here, Halani Gates. For some reason I have it just in a weird spot. Halani Gates, Keth, Halani. I don't have it in the guide though. I must have missed it. Whoops. Let's go ahead and add a note to add that. Maxroll guide updates, exploration guide. Act 2. Alani Gates, forward, command tent. What do I have down as what you get from it? Lim the Impaler Air Monster. Cruel gives an uncut support 3. I'm pretty sure we get an uncut support here as well. Let's go find that. Can you go back and gamble for an amulet in Act 1 for a cheaper price? I imagine it is a bit cheaper. Low item level. To an extent. Could do that. Might be kind of close to the amount of gold. But we're not far off like a guaranteed amulet though, so... might not be worth worrying about. That's the point, right? Hey Mega Buyers, how you doing? Excuse me, could you lot stop? Wait, am I going the wrong way? Oh my god. Wasn't paying attention. Gonna use it for the res now and pass it to my ranger when I upgrade eventually. Good plan. The amulet, yeah. Love your voice, it's smooth and silky. You're looking fresh AF. Keep up the great work. Thanks for all the compliments. Mate, you go. It swelleth. Thanks for streaming. My pleasure, mate. Love streaming. I love being fed compliments on a regular basis. And bonk. See ya, buddy. Superior crossbow. That will give me some needed blacksmith whetstones. Is this our forward command tents here? Looks like it. Yeah, forward command tents. Lim the Impaler. L-im even. L-im. Energy shield with extra chaos damage. Actually a little nasty. Oops, I missed my bone shatter. Pepper guns. You're a tanky one. See ya. No gem here, or do you get it from one of the corpses maybe? I might need to verify the gem on that one. Maybe that's why I hadn't added it, because I needed to do some more verifications. There's no, yeah, no gem here. We need to make a note to verify that one then. Cruel. Normal. Let's see. What actually dropped here? Regal Shard, unlikely to be guaranteed. Could be guaranteed weapon or guaranteed armor, but needs further verification. Great tooth to gun ratio, Ziggy. Thanks. Appreciate that. Evasion energy shield base. 11 int. Lightning resistance is much needed. Oh, baby. And double socket right now is very good. I'll take that. I'll lose the armor because, I mean, the evasion's honestly pretty good for our next thing anyway. And the sockets are a big deal for me at the moment. Get those resists going. Very, very nice earlobes too. The right amount of nubbiness. Okay, I know that one's a joke because you don't see my earlobes. They're always contained within my headphones. I could have disgusting earlobes. You don't know that. Slam. Bonky bonk. Most enemies use skills similar to players, so I'm guessing the Impaler was using Hunter Spear skills. Yeah, I think we'll see, that was even the case to an extent in Public Exile 1 as well. Eventually, like, player skills change over time, and the monster ones end up being a bit different, but, a lot of monsters share the same skills with players, which is kind of cool. Yeah, we might actually see some of the cool monster skills for available to players in the future. Well, Dragon did on tier 15 and got 6% of a level at 91. Is that good, or I don't know what the leveling is like in the 90s here. I imagine it's quite slow. I think someone only just hit 100 recently, right? I'd say that's good. Nice. Good to know. Giga bonk. See you, Shadow Slicer. Augmentation, I've been needing those. I see a rare club here, by the way. It's terrible. Wow, it's so bad. 46 accuracy and life gain on hit. I mean, life gain on hit's good, but not with light radius, stun duration, and accuracy rating. Not gonna cut it. That one is not gonna cut it. Is this what we're doing, guys? Is this what we're doing? You think you're clever, huh? Surrounding me like that? You're pretty clever, don't you? Put that rawhide belt. It's also just a cool map with mob types unique to the zone that we've never seen before. Oh, Untainted Paradise is different. I kind of assumed it would just be the same, but it's a bit different here, right? Boss time. Little yum and ramen encounter. Decent slam, my dude. Oh yeah, decent slams. Go get that stun. Probably don't sit on top of the little lightning tornado thing. He's almost there. A bonk. Just keep bonking. Just keep bonking. Oh, cancelled my earthquake. That's a cool maneuver. So I think that second slam you actually want to be on the inside, right? I've never actually like paid attention to this fight. It looks like there's a dead spot in the middle for that second explosion. This boss introduces the mechanics of the Arbiter. Ah, no kidding. I kind of want to like let him do it again. Show me that slam again. I want to see. Gonna do it? You gonna do it, my dude? So he does that, and then it does a pop. Yeah, safe is on the inside. Cool. So you want to dodge the initial sword placement and then roll into it. Cool. Good to know.
I tried to seek peace, then the Sekhemas disgraced me. This time, we
You don't want to use the skills that have built-in movement during this phase, eh? Not so much.
We shall finish this, but not today.
Make haste. He must not escape.
Oh, look at the... I never noticed this in the background. The beast there, flailing about, just like... Ugh. Cool. Never noticed that before.
Quickly. He counters the very...
Cast Spear, avoid getting hit, go in for the big boom. It's a donut? Yeah, it's the same thing for the later boss, huh? That's cool. Can we go now?
This is no natural sandstorm. We must battle
I wonder why there's a
sorcery
checkpoint
with
there.
sorcery. Let us return to the caravan and
It's a very cool game with so many neat little details. Absolutely. They've gone over the top with adding some amazing detail to the game. The boss and monster design especially are incredible. Level 7 uncut skill. That's our first one to get Leap Slam, Earth Shatter, and Shield Wall. Ooh, we're not high enough level to equip any of them just yet. To finish getting this level. So Leap Slam is likely going to be very good for us, but also kind of Shield Charge is doing that too. Same idea though. Stun build up. Hit. Can consume fully broken armor to cause more stun build up. Didn't know that. Earth Shatter. Slam the ground, sending a fissure, deals area damage, passes under it. War Cries cause the spike to explode. So, Earthquake, but activatable on demand instead. I have to imagine Earth Shadow's pretty solid. Ram your shield into the ground.
Shield wall to ram your shield into the ground, creating a wall of rock. The rocks will explode if slammed.
Cool.
Use shield
Add a fizz for armor and shield.
into the
Base
ground,
fizz.
creating a wall of rock.
All segments have 460 maximum life. I
Explode if slammed.
wonder if this is handy for some kind of like bullet hell mechanics and stuff in boss
Use
fights.
shield wall to ram your shield into the ground,
Thanks,
creating a wall
attacks.
of rock.
Appreciate you, mate. What's going to be more useful for us now? We'll wait. We don't have to engrave it just yet. We can decide when we actually level. You can have these. Oh, did we get a shield upgrade finally? I have to double check that one. Another pair of move speed boots. Wait, does this need even more int? Dang it. Dang it. I got a bunch of transmutes. Check you mana. Nah. You can have that one. Should probably sell some of these for gold. You're too dumb for these boots. I don't know how to lace them up. I can't figure it out. Higher armor, but worse attributes in life. Yeah, probably not going to be. Got a bit higher block chance, which is pretty good, but that might not be that useful for us here. What was I looking at? Something? Oh, whether the dexterity is a problem. That's probably actually enough to lower our accuracy at this point. Accuracy's been a little borderline. Seems we're fine without it. It's a fair bit less accuracy though. I think we're better off with the higher life than the block currently. And the higher resist as well, especially because that first boss we're going to face in Sekhemas is actually
No need to blessings.
fire damage as well.
Stay in sight.
Keep you. Very good. Runes. Runes. So, I most need lightning, but fire is more useful for the upcoming boss. So we'll do one of each. One fire and one lightning. Just to shore up that weakness and enhance that protection against the final boss there. Have you played Torchlight 2? Yeah, I played Torchlight 1 and 2. I thought they were alright, but I never really got super into them. Not quite like other people did. A few aspects of it didn't really appeal to me. At this point, it's too long since I played it to really like go into too much detail on that because it's pretty relevant now, but just at the time. So if we go to Keth now, I have to go speak up here. We can go get some passives and a quick amulet,
Ah, yes.
which I still have not found, so normally I'd go like Macedon Highlands and stuff first, but we might go Keth first. Keth first is fine anyway. The tiny master Clarius on the warrior. Me with my like spiked paddle and my little mask. Before I had the robes on, I looked full like kinky cultist vibes going on there. Just picturing a heavy strength warrior charging me with one boot on his left foot and the other one on his head. Of course, the boot goes on the head. It's all so clear now. There's quite a lot of stuff hidden in Keth's zones. They're pretty wealthy zones in general. Quite fun. Baku. Grand life fast is still 16, right? Yeah. Didn't even want to kill that guy. Oh yeah, spicy. Nice. Thank you. Don't have anything that needs auging currently. All good. This one, kind of. Increased duration. This has nothing in it. Just checking, double checking. Still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. Maim and 25% damage. Pretty good. Debated vault. Here's our passives. A snake woman. So satisfying. I mean, I could try and escape, but pretty sure it wasn't going to do much damage. I really need those uncut supports. I could get 2 on the totem, would be very helpful right now. Nice. Giga bonk. No giga bonks, just little bonks, little baby bonks. There was treasure in the vault, just not anymore, that's all. What happens to me every time I go in there. Wonder if I'm gonna try and like active block things in the trial, eh? Could be interesting. Giants, the next one. Can't use yet. Spiked club, no good. Passive points, get them up. Get them. Oops. The skills that say percentage of physical damage converted to cold lightning. Do the increased fizz damage nodes in your tree scale your damage with that skill? Nah, you only scale final damage, the final converted damage type. So that is worth noting. With some exceptions, heft support, for example, scales the top end physical basically of your weapon, the base physical. That works even if it's fully converted, as does Ryslath's coil. So like, for example, in my Voltaic grenades, I'm using heft, and I could use Ryslath's coil to increase the top end lightning damage, which is pretty good because of how lucky works. But for the most part, any increased or more physical damage doesn't work. I literally don't even remember what the warrior ascendancies do, so I've not decided on an ascendancy, no. I literally don't even remember what they do. Now we can go get some attack speed and dexterity. Reaving. There's a little ambuscade in here. Oh. And there's our guaranteed amulet. Amber amulet. Very nice. +1 minion skills. Dang. Pretty sure even the totem doesn't count as a minion, does it? Nope. Bummer. Unfortunate, but I guess it's better than nothing. Stun one of these. Now, since we've already explored most of the zone, I just want to go into the next zone and get the waypoint. Pretty bad Amber Amulet, but 15 strength is still 30 life, so still a sizable upgrade. Oh, we got the relic too. Nice. Did I get enough to use Uncut 7 now, I think? I think I do, yeah. Bonk. Stone Charm is another stun one. Don't really need that. We're not going to be getting stunned too much, honestly. I think it doesn't actually do anything for the hit that stunned you, really. You'll still get stunned. Is what I'm hearing, but just kind of stops chain stuns occurring. We're probably not going to get chain stunned anyway. Checkpoint. Hey, Baral, thanks for the sub, mate. There we go, Lost City. I think the waypoint's just in the entrance, so we can go do our trial of Sekhemas now.
How could the Keth abandon something like this?
I mean, there's also some good loot to be had in here. Pretty good zone to gear up a smidge. Let's go to town first. When I equip the support that sacrifices minion life for damage, the totem loses life. Does not apply damage in this case. That's weird. Are you sure? Is it like allies sacrifice life or something? No, I don't imagine that'd be a thing. The totems aren't tagged as minions. Yeah, totems are not minions. Like it says, it literally says it right there. So that's kind of weird. Test shield wall against trial traps. Yeah, probably shield wall wouldn't be my first choice, but I think maybe Earth Shadow would be a better choice. But I'm kind of tempted to test it just for the science, so we might do that.
What have you learned?
+2 level lightning spells. Too bad I'm not leveling that, eh?
I will turn your
My
tail.
wares, I shall put this to use.
Get myself a smidgen of gold. Check some of these. Current gloves are pretty good, actually. I don't think we'll change those ones. Might be still looking for an amulet upgrade, to be honest, though. Helmet's pretty solid, too. Chest will do for now. Yeah, I think that's probably good for the moment. Shield wall. What are we going to do with you, shield wall? What are we going to do with you? I'm not currently really using active block raised shield all that much. I probably should. Quick Bone Shadow, yes. Molten Blast may serve some purposes in here. Shield Charge might not be super useful. Might be a good way to engage, though, without having to take damage. Let's pop it on here. Only had some uncut supports, though. Looking good, looking good. Trial of Sekhemas, let's go. Where are you? Oh, I have to... Wait. Oh, I have to go to the desert map. I have to go there via the desert map first, that's right. Use the desert map to travel Trial of Sekhemas. It says it right there. You goober, Ziggy. Hey, you're not dead yet. Thanks for that 55-month sub, mate. Appreciate it. The Shadow is powerful with Aftershock as it takes in the explosion attack damage percent. Ooh, yeah, nice. Played through till Maps as a monk and was like being Doom guy ripping and tearing through the Fiends of Hell. Monk is very satisfying when you get going, when it gets going, eh? Played through it on a warrior and it was like doing the same thing, but as an IT guy named Greg. There's a game in that for sure, right? The unlikely Doom guy. There's definitely a game in that. Cute.
I will serve. We have met.
Hello, Balbala. Increase quantity of relics and movement speed. Not super amazing for our first run, but good for relic farming though. So we could just go the relic farming route, which is probably the play. 23 is next level. We'll get that pretty soon. Doo-doo-doo. Shield charge is good in the escape trials. Yeah. Yeah. I should be fine on those with the 15 move speed we have, I suspect. Hey you, where are you going? Come back here. 724 honor. Hey. Hey Nisbat, thanks for the raid. Welcome. Hope you had a good stream. What have you been up to? We're doing solo self-found on a warrior, and it is indeed named a warrior. The warrior class. And I'm doing it blind. I don't have a build planned. I wanted to have like the most baseline possible blind warrior experience to just get not secondhand reports on how rough warrior is in the early game and for Trial of Sekhemas and stuff like that. Like, oh, it's all well and good to say the Trial of Sekhemas is very doable on a mercenary, but have you tried it on a warrior? And it's definitely way harder. Well, I don't know, but well, Sekhemas we haven't done yet, but the early game warrior is definitely way harder than the early game mercenary. But you do get the tools though. You do get some good tools there. We'll see how we go with the Trial of Sekhemas action here, eh? Oops. Whoop. What we really want to do is figure out what our kind of like go-to strategy is for dealing with all these guys. The little totem plays probably make sense. Come around, grab this lever. But is that really melee? I'm so worried. I failed my first arbiter cause circles. That'll do it. That'll do it. Those pesky circles, right? Those pesky circles. I appreciate the raid. Thanks so much. Let's come in and get these. That guy's a problem there because of the rain, so we kind of have to leave and come back. We just do a little loop. Just a little loopy swoop, like so. And then come back in. Oh, wait, what? Who did that? Was that me? Did I do that? Is that my stone wall? No, that's those guys actually do that. That's right. They put the rain down and then they follow up with a stone wall to try and trap you in. That's actually pretty funny. It's been so long since I've seen one. Usually I just grenade them. You know, you can dodge through the fire traps. I certainly do. Dodging through the fire traps is great.
Crush them!
No damage taken so far. Oh, and you're still alive? I thought you were dead. What the heck? I do think the strategy is definitely to get in and farm those relics when you first run. We have our first extra relic, which is increased boss damage taken. I'll augment at the end my best relics, because I don't actually have a ton of augments. But if we get like a pretty good collection of relics for the next run, I might not really need to farm it at all. Silver key, monsters do more damage. What have we got? We got Chalice Trial Hourglass here for water. I think we go double water. Riley truly gives you a full PoE2 experience. Certainly does. I figured the all-knowing Ziggy would have known. Thanks. I'll keep looking for the answer. Sorry, what was the question there? Well, how to tell what's the difference? When we do ritual altars, how do we know which order to do them to get the most points? Someone said do them backwards, but I don't know how to tell. Ritual altars points? Oh, you're talking about not the ritual altars in Trial of Sekhemas. You're talking about the rituals in maps. Backwards to get the most points? No, not really. Like, if there's one in the boss room, I don't even know if that's a thing in PoE2. In Path of Exile 1, if you did the boss room first, you could, in theory, kill the boss multiple times and get some more points, maybe. But it was a pretty janky way to go, because then you'd have to backtrack the whole map. So it's not really a viable strategy. Don't worry about it. Literally just clear the rituals. I would say don't stress about that at all. Let's figure out how we engage these guys. So the projectiles, I don't know if they deal damage when they first hit, or if they only when they explode, maybe. They might only be when they explode. That's signaling for that. Gotcha. Learning these mechanics a little bit more intimately here. Extra chaos damage revives minions. Yeah, it looks like only after they explode. So you can actually kind of let them go like that. Nice. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. I really gotta like lead in with the totem for these guys. Ooh, got hit by the dive there. Okay. Watch out for those ones. The temp bubble is going to be pretty bad engaging other monsters at the same time. So definitely want to deal with that first. Oop. There's his wall. Slowly does it. Attacking the totem. Very good. This is the most try-hard we could possibly do it. I love it. So good. Going for pure mechanical win here. Yeah, I would probably... I think strategically I would go do at least all of Keth. But probably this mid-act section where you do Keth, Bone Shrine, yada yada, Macedon Highlands. All of those where you get quite a few upgrades, rapid fire, would be hitting all those up first would be a big deal, I think. I've actually tried our shield slammy thing yet. So do we just detonate it with any hit? Is that how that works? Or it has to take a certain amount of damage, then it explodes. Gotcha. Looks like if we throw it on the enemy, it kind of like gets interrupted or something. Boss is going to be thing with those DPS numbers. Alright, we got this. We got this. Slams always detonate it? Oh, slams detonate it. Right, yeah, even that initial hit detonates it. That's cool. So you can use that to buy time to do an earthquake. Cool. Well, this is very much more difficult, but also very fun. We really care about the mechanics our enemies are doing. You have no energy shield? Actually kind of a bummer. Monsters inflict binding chains on hit. Tempted to go large water with binding chains. Energy shield is an extra 76 max on a down. Not ideal. Sand hourglass could be interesting. So we could cheese this by hiding in a corner. That's always an option in these. But I want to maybe get a feel for the run and gun. How well we can do that. Part of my run and gun strategy should probably be to drop those totems in. I think we have like the tools for run and gun between the shield wall, the earthquakes, and the totems. And then opportunistically snipe some with bone shatter on occasion. Brimstone crab. Quit it, crab.
Swift magnificence.
Wee wee wee. When you when your animation cancels a skill and it still uses like a charge or a cooldown or something like that, that's really annoying. Does that happen with Hammer of the Gods, I imagine? You literally can't run and gun. It's one or the other unless bows. You mean because you plant your feet when you attack, sure. But by run and gun, I obviously mean like drop a lingering effect that has a delay. So like a totem or a slam. You know, or one of these walls that the enemy can then blow up or will get blown up by my totem, for example. That's our version of run and gun here. Escape trial, chalice trial here. Do 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 do. Not quite. Gap closing enough there. Get him. Bonk him. Good. Keep bonking. Don't stop bonking. Wait, so that actually hits you, but it doesn't do any damage? Because I took a binding chains when the projectile went through me. Let me test that. No? Maybe my evasion is triggering? Let's try again. Yeah, wait. That counts, so that counts as a hit, but doesn't deal any damage. Interesting. Get out of here. Tapestry relic. Bosses take increased damage. I got 2 of those right off the bat there. 33 water at the start. It's not very good. War pick. One-handed mace. That's the next tier up, eh? Too bad about the mods. Unfortunate. Better keep an eye out for those war picks now, though. Whee. Hey, give him that sacred water. Oh yeah? You're gonna play some walls down, huh? You can play that game. Whoop. His slam detonated instantly as well. That's interesting. Try that again. Doing your stompies. Very good. Keep it up. Good job. Proud of you. Just as Grinding Gear Games intended it. Whoop. Yeah. Actually so fun. It's so much harder. It's so fun though. Vagabond armor is not bad. Current one's okay though. Stick with that. Taking too much damage yet. Totem Slayer might have done. Oh, Totem Slayer might have done it. Yeah, I'll have to test that more. Left clicks are too strong. Those sweet left clicks.
An oasis.
Need a vendor. We might be just buying relics at the end, which is honestly pretty good. So we can get Pledged Kochai here, or we can go for just a free boon. Let's go see what's in there after the escape trial. Time to test the escape trial, huh? So fun fact, you don't need to click that first death crystal. Gives you a slight 1 second edge.
Charge!
Nice. Get out of here, crab. Give me a death crystal. Do it. Gotta be careful I don't put my totem on the explosion there and cause it to detonate on me. Okay, I almost did that just then. Check the chest for easy relic drops. Whee! Pre-stack you. Giga bonk. Very nice. No relic drops, but got through cleanly. Don't think we took any damage. Whereas, ha! And sometimes doing skills remind me of Mortal Kombat for some reason. There's probably a call out like that in Mortal Kombat. I feel like it was Mortal Kombat 2. I played a bunch of it, and a lot of those call outs just kind of stuck in the back of my brain as well. Just occupying brain space. Like, whoopsie! That one's just lodged firmly in there. Just like the teleporting uppercut on one of them, I think. Whoopsie! Is it toasty, is it? I never knew what it actually said. It's reduced slowing, maximum life. It was toasty, was it? Okay. Toasty? I thought it was whoopsie. I feel like we had debates about this when I was young, actually, about what they actually said. So there is Pledge to Kochai into Merchant. It is 19 fizz damage on room completion, but we'll probably only take about 12 for armor. Actually, I don't have a lot of armor right now, so maybe not. I will take a little bit of damage though. Fine. I think we'll do that though. Boop. It is indeed toasty. That makes no sense.
Crush them!
Oh, hi there, big fella. Periodically enrages. Uh-huh. I see you've done this now, huh? Come on, why don't you come over here, buddy? Oop. Can he pop it? Yeah, I don't think so. With regular damage, I suppose, but... Did I just take that hit that I rolled for? Dang. Not ideal. How's Mario so far? It's definitely way harder, but it's very... I find it very fun and engaging. Like, I definitely feel like I'm really getting a chance to appreciate all the, like, monster mechanics and stuff like that. And in Sekhemas, which is actually pretty well put together in terms of how the monsters work and everything. It's actually very entertaining. But it is way harder, though. Definitely feel bad for, like, any first-time players who picked Warrior as their kind of first character and really struggled. Warrior's the vision. And it's definitely realizing the vision most closely. And I say that like somewhat unironically as well. Like with a slight smirk and giggle, but at the same time, also kind of true. Now this guy's a little erratic in what they do, so gauging them's going to be a little tricky. We can get the stun and then just mostly kill them off the stun, I think. Except when they do that. Rude. Yeah. Oh, no support gems though. All skill gems. Still, we'll take the level on Earthquake. And, oh yeah, and we have Earth Shatter and Leap Slam to potentially get here too. I forgot that I had Molten Blast for poking with a lot more. I probably should be using that in here, honestly. Like, we could probably give Molten Blast the supports that I have on default attack and just use it instead. I want to get Earth Shatter, but I don't know how much we use it in here. Let's try it out. If we take... What have we got? Mate Strike is Fire Infusion, Martial Tempo. Let's try putting that on... Wait. On Blast, there you are. We'll see how the mana costs fare though. That could be a slight issue. It's probably going to be way easier. Metal Man, does Warrior need rework? Any other class doesn't even get to see the mobs on the screen. There's definitely some issues that need resolving that affect Warrior most strongly, like life and armor balance is a big one, longer term. And early game, it's mostly just, I think, the skill package being a little bit tuned poorly and having a few gaps in it. Probably needs to be something that is a stronger replacer for default attack early on, and not have Rolling Slam be your first skill they give you. It's really weird that that's the first skill they give you. I think we're just like, and probably the other one, so if they add maybe 1 or 2 skills to the early game, maybe move Rolling Slam back and replace it with something else, maybe speed up a couple of the things just a little bit. I don't mind Earthquake having a long delay because it's kind of tactical. It's a tactical skill anyway. So if they made those changes, increased the warrior's pushiness so that when they're doing things like Rolling Slam or many other movement-based skills, they just push things out of the way. And I feel like warriors shouldn't get shoved around by most attacks or enemies moving almost ever. They should never get pushed around by that stuff. Even bosses hitting them probably most of the time shouldn't push the warrior around. I think those changes would make a big difference. And then later on, armor life stuff is important. You have 50% more defenses. Less Sacred Water Fount, really good one here for us to potentially finish off. Can open extra reward chests without using a key, but it's only one. We'll take Lustrous Lacquer. Lustrous Lacquer, baby. Sounds good. Sounds good. Get a little bit of strength here. I have to take a short break before we go into the last rooms here. I'll be right back. See you soon, eh? Hello folks, welcome back, welcome back. Oh, how you doing? You should make a warrior campaign leveling guide. I'd actually love to. I'd need to do another run, I think. This one is like kind of the first kind of getting the lay of the land run, and then do another one and really map it out well. I'd love to. I wouldn't mind making kind of like a beginner leveling guide to most of the archetypes, but especially Merc and Warrior as like two opposite ends. And the Mercenary guide that I did, the Grenade leveling guide, is doing really well too. It's one of the most viewed Maxroll articles for PoE2 currently. It has been for a couple weeks. So it's pretty, that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Straight aim. Thanks for the sub, mate. Also, hello, here we go. How you doing? I think Molten Blast is definitely a good call in here. Molten Blast, Earthquake, Shockwave, Shield Wall. We've got a few interesting pieces of utility for in this. We're going to go into Hourglass Trial, take a little bit of damage on the room completion, but really not a problem. And the Merchant to spend 900 honor is a game changer. Hourglass Trial is a little tricky though. Using your Merc leveling guide right now. Excellent. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have any feedback or questions, things I can improve. I'm always looking to improve it and change it and update it over time. Pretty much all my Maxroll guides I intend to keep around long term. Why do I have that on a pop-up box right now? That is not what I need. I'm going to try and kill this rare for drops. Slightly risky. Could be done though. Oh, they got regen though. Okay, never mind. Maybe if they didn't have regen.
Swift magnificence.
Oh, my totem got chained in place. Poor thing had its movement speed lowered. Poor totem. Ugh, reading, please. I didn't spend 12 years at school and then 4 years at uni to read. Ugh, reading. I am looking forward to making more companion YouTube pieces to go with a lot of those guides as well. Or the guides to go with YouTube pieces. I like the potentially complementary nature of the content forms there. You have more honor. Restore some honor on entering the boss room.
Onwards.
We can save some to buy relics at the end. Probably a thing that makes sense to do. But we might as well fill up the rest of the way. I think I'm going to finish it on this first attempt. Actually. Collapsing Cavern. Let's go.
The foe ahead is formidable.
How are you going to kill the boss? Just you watch. It's going to be really funny when I die now. The movement on Molten Blast we have to keep in mind is a thing, don't we? You get me there. I was behind you though. The heck? That's cheating. With this guy's fire resistant, I actually wonder if default tech might be a little better in this fight though. I think it might be. Oh. We're okay. Bum. Ever noticed he's vulnerable to cold before? Yeah. Yeah, I either want some fire resistance strip. He's got gold armor too, so pretty highly armored. Yeah, or you can use gold. Cold even.
Molten rock!
Have some of this. Deal with that. Watch out for the whirlywinds, the indicators as to where the lava is going to fall. Mana's running a little low now. Might want to go to default attack potentially if we run out. Taking about 100 damage so far. Whoop. Oops. Oh, that was bad timing. Can we do hard mode rattle cage? I'll draw through those. A little bit of chip damage. It's too bad we can't pause to change our gems around. Yeah, I think default attack. I mean, the range is okay here, but it's pretty low damage. I've been forgetting about my shield wall. I wonder how good that is in here. Might actually be pretty useful. Whoops. Oh no, I got stuck on him. Actually, we're taking damage though. Maybe just a little bit. He's about stun range. Almost. Almost. Now. I'm a little bit out of mana, but he's almost down. Alright. Got it done. Took about 200 damage. Definitely could have done a little better, but we went alright. That was very entertaining. Now, we want to change you around at this point. I want to check those shoes too. Can't roll through a giant rock monster. GG, fix your game. He's got like, I think maybe the thing that tricks me, it's happened to me before, is maybe I feel like I can roll under his legs or something, but his legs are separate things that can block you as well. So his hitbox is a little like oblong because it's extended by those legs. So we want to check Balbala for relics as well at the end here. Otherwise we can convert to keys. So honor resist, trap still reduce damage. What do we have currently? Max honor, defenses honor resist. That's great. We probably have good enough ones anyway. That one's not so good. Life slowing, water at the start. So we probably do like, we don't need to augment them right now, but I imagine it'll be these two and maybe one of these guys like this. Honor resist increased defenses, so probably don't need those. Which means we can just go to Keth Forge, which get ready for 200 gold. Oh, I got a Regal Orb. Okay, slightly better than I expected.
Favors me.
Now, the question, what do these ascendancies do? I literally don't even know. Okay. So this is the one that is like attacks to get through to hulking form, which is your small passive skills, which seems pretty strong. Quite strong. Worth getting a inventory that is apparently not very functional. Chance for slam skills, you use yourself to cause aftershocks. That seems better for leveling, I imagine. More armor from equipped body armor. What's behind this? Every second slam skill is ancestrally boosted. Ooh, fun. Your hits are crushing blows. They cause heavy stun on enemies that are primed for stun. So that's effectively like what Bone Shatter does, huh? Prime for stun is unique 80% of the way towards a stun. Regenerate with 15% more max life. Stun build up and more damage against heavy stun enemies. Okay. And then Warbringer. Armor break. Break armor equal to 10% of hit damage dealt. So there's definitely a bit more fizz oriented there. You can break enemy armor to below 0. Negative armor means they take more physical damage. Armor broken below 0 is capped by the enemy's base armor. So you can take them as negative as they are positive, so higher armor enemies can go lower? Is that right? That's interesting if so. Warbringer plus 40% shield no plus armor break will whiten your teeth and regrow your hair. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, it's weird. Yes, but it doesn't help you. How so? Encase in Jade skill. This is the one where you like turn yourself into a statue. Consumes all stacks of Jade to grant a buff for a duration. Absorbs all damage from hits up to a maximum based on the amount of Jade consumed. While encasing on or move or perform actions. Such a meme skill. Like obviously it's like Vile Arctic Armor, so people use it to tank slams or something, but still. Still, I can't believe it's a thing. Trigger ancestral spirits when you summon a totem. Modifiers to totem life also affect minions from this skill. What? Each of your totems will summon an ancestral spirit minion to fight for you. Ah. If the totem that summoned the minion dies, ancestral spirit will too. Does Jade prevent honor loss? It has to because its buff takes damage. I'm pretty sure that doesn't count as losing honor. Each stack of Jade gives you 1 fizz reduction as well. Did I miss that part, did I? Where does it say that? Oh, it's this, okay. Okay, that's a bit better. It's hidden in the actual Jade explanation, which is pretty funny. I feel like they could stand to, like, have some of this explained in description too, but... So Jade inherently gives armor additional fizz damage reduction. Maximum of 10. Oh, that makes your armor a little more effective, I suppose, doesn't it? So that gives up to 10% fizz mitigation, and you can just like stack that, right? And it just stays there. Like you just run around with 10% all the time. It'll disappear in no time at all. Say what? A stack of Jade is lost when you take physical damage from a hit. Oh no, you lose stacks when you take damage. Oh wow. Okay. It's funny because that means encase for Jade kind of like doesn't work for its intended purpose of they're like, oh shit, I'm getting killed, better encase myself in Jade. Oh, but because I got hit a bunch of times, which led to this situation, now I don't want to use, like, I have 0 buffs for encase in Jade to activate. It's like I go into it with 1 stack of Jade or something. It's a very strange design. But I mean, okay, so it's like a rolling... It seems more like an evasion skill, right? Like built for rangers almost. It's a strange one. Very strange one. Any sort of fizz damage reduction is potentially good though, I suppose. 40% base chance to block from equipped shield instead of shield's value. Ah, override your Renly's training, nice. Override your shield base value. 35% less block, can block damage from all hits while shield is not raised. But your block gets scaled down. Yeah, okay. So you can block slams as well, huh? Corpses in your presence explode when you war cry, dealing 25% of life spheres. Fun. Ignore war cry cooldowns. Well. Okay, alright. 20% of hits is taken from your nearest totems life before you. I don't think I want to go totems. Warcraft stuff's pretty cool. I don't know, I'm really not sure on this one though. What I actually want to do here. For leveling, I like Aftershocks and Ancestral Boosting for slams. It's pretty fun. You should read both Warcry tooltips before choosing the actual skills. I only had a skill gem to look at them. I have to open them up somewhere else, eh? Because Infernal Cry is added fire and enemies destabilize so they explode. And the other one was something about Fizz Stun, right? We go in here. Just don't worry, it's fine. Mace, War Cries. So we have just Infernal Cry and Seismic Cry, right? Is there any others? Don't think so. Seismic Cry deals a flat amount of fizz damage, knocking back enemies. If heavy stunned enemy is hit, your next slam is empowered to perform an additional aftershock. If not, this skill's cooldown is reset. Only counts heavily stunned enemies for purposes of counting power gained. Hits ignore enemy muster physical damage reduction. So it deals that fizz without any protection, any armor on their part. It's got stun build up boost. That was the next melee slam perform, plus an additional attack per endurance charge consumed. Interesting. Seismic Cry combos really well with Hammer of the Gods. Stun them, Seismic Cry, drop the hammer dead. I'm leaning towards that sort of playstyle long term, maybe. I think I like that the most. Supercharged Slam. So that's a fizz kind of version of the, what is it, Perfect Striker. General to charge up a heavy swing, drawing earth from the ground and enlarge your mace. Release the slam the ground. Might go that route maybe. So that looks like how much do we care about the war cries versus like the aftershocks and stuff though? Slam skills. Does the does this count as a slam? It is a slam. That's a slam. Stampede's a slam. Supercharged Slam's a slam. And Seismic Cry interacts with slams. Earth Shadow's a slam. Earthquake's obviously a slam. That's a slam. Even the Shockwave Totem's a slam. Okay. Can I interest you in our Lord and Savior Titan flash grenades? Not for this run. I do love flash grenade though. Although maybe my eyes have had enough of that eye bleeding. With the aftershock thing, so there's support gems that does stuff with this as well, right? And Earthquake already has an aftershock. Can it get an additional aftershock from things like this, or is it limited to just the one aftershock? Chance for your slam skills, you use yourself to cause aftershocks. Does that count for like each hit on the Stampede, does it? Yeah, you can stack aftershocks. That's pretty fun. I do like the sounds of that. I like the overall choices in here, in there. Pretty versatile. Ghost Explode sounds pretty fun. Or crack cooldown. And then you got like armor break stuff there. And shield stuff. think I'll go Titan for this one. Feel that stuff out. Let's go Titan. Whoa! Oh, they have an effect. Bog. Slam skills have increased area of effect into Aftershock. Ancestral Empowerment will be a bit more satisfying, but
Nothing will stop me.
so does that work on Shockwave Totem then? Shockwave Totem, in theory. Oh, that was it there. It triggered on the first one even. Nice. Cool. So when you picked Titan but didn't want to influence? You folks can feel free to influence. I don't mind. I appreciate your input. That was a very fun first Trial of Sekhemas run, and we came out of it with decent relics for the next ones. We would probably do the key that drops for another 2 banger with extra relics. I can see that being the case. So what do we got here? We've got Defenses Honor Res. That's one of our better ones. These will need crafting. They'll probably get used. And then we've got Kind of Meh. Probably kind of meh. And then that one's also somewhat meh. But between this and the one we already have, it gets us going. Yeah. Looking pretty good. Lots of shenanigans with a 50% increased small passives node. Yeah, that one's seems very good. There's a reason it's behind an inventory expansion. The thing that concerns me most about that is I've heard the inventory expansion thing just like doesn't work properly. Like currencies when you pick them up don't automatically go in there, and you can't like control click from it and stuff like that. Sounds very obnoxious. I'm not serious. I'm Ziggy. Does the flash grenade do fizz damage? It does, yes. Inherently, it doesn't have any conversion, I should say. It does whatever damage your weapon does, which is usually going to be fizz, because that's the correct way to go. This build may be worth checking. Give it an augment. Fast life recovery with lightning. Somewhat much of muchness on that one. Yeah.
Take your time. I shall put this to use.
Cold resistance. You need salvaging. Wait. Transmute you. Strength. Oh yeah, probably not gonna beat that. There's our new flask. Looking good. Probably not gonna need the stun one anytime soon. Got ourselves an extra Artificer's Orb. Very nice. Do I want to do my weapon?
Sands guide you.
Zagarian. Ziggy is mad. Ziggy is mad. Perfect strike. Let's go get my gem tab. Where are you, gem tab? Yeah. G for gems. G for golly G. That's where I put my gems. Very nice. And do we want to change much after what we've just done? We might want to get a leap slam going, I suspect. And do I want to try some Earth Shatter shenanigans here? Let's mess around with Earth Shatter. Fast forward, Fire Infusion, Martial Tempo. We'll see if I want to keep using Molten Blast or not. Gotta refine down those skills a bit, maybe. Alright, what are we up to? Finished doing the City of Keth? Sounds like a plan. Melanie Gates, Keth. Didn't I? Yes, there it is, Lost City. We played much Archmage Lightning Warp? I played 0% of that.
From the earth!
As a Titan enjoyer, yeah, the extra oh, hold on. Gotta actually pay attention to what my new skills are. As a Titan enjoyer, the big extra bag is kind of ignored by most automatic things, but as a strength stack, I'm loving the increased effect of small passives. That doesn't actually work on the travel nodes, does it? You might want to double check that one. It might work on those like 8 strength nodes. I'm not playing Trial of Sekhemas anymore, am I? Oops. Oh god. Oh god, what am I doing? Okay. Skills. Skills. I've changed my skills. Yeah, it doesn't work on travel nodes. Travel nodes don't count as smalls, which is a bit confusing. So is the Warcry the only way to pop this? Warcries perform near the spike, cause it to shatter, damaging surrounding enemies. Does it also just shatter over time? Or do you have to Warcry? It works on all the big strength nodes, gives like 50 plus strength. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's good to know then. Just making sure. Reasonably chunky semen though. But the Warcry cooldown is a little long. Hey you. What that? Also, it's kind of weird because like Infernal Cry really wants you to use it first before you do your slams. I wonder if the Earth Shatter spikes damage is based on when you initially place it, or whether it gains... No, because it doesn't consume the charge, so... Kind of strange. Oops. Shield? If the Warcry can have aftershocks, which doesn't require Warcry though. Oh, and someone said the aftershock was based on like what the explosion would be, or is that the aftershock only triggered if you actually explode it? Oh yeah, there was one there. I don't know if I'm just getting really unlucky with the triggers. There we go. There goes
So,
one.
I started Warrior Pro 2. Feels completely Souls-like, and I hate so much about it. Try to summon up, and it's a 1000% more satisfying.
Yeah.
Thoughts on how Triple G can quickly fix the wildly disparate experience between archetypes? Maybe give us something like Fortify or other options to compensate for having to endure far more chip damage?
Yes. They're definitely going to be changing stuff. They're not going to be just leaving Warrior like it is. There'll be changes to life and armor scaling and the Warrior skill set and giving more options for mitigation. I mean, they already made one, right? We've already seen the trend a little bit there, where they did 35% honor mitigation at melee distance, right? So that's already like first step there. Tyrex, thanks for the 1,000 bits, mate. Appreciate it, buddy. They're obviously not going to leave it like that. I've just been saying, it's funny though, because I half expected you to be like, oh, it feels so Souls-like, it's so fun. Because, whoops. Oh god, oh god. That's been my experience so far, is that I'm like, man, this is really hard. I love it, it's really fun. It's really fun, but this is way harder. It is very disparate, yes. But it's also very fun. But I totally understand how people are finding it frustrating instead of fun. This build looks so bad. What build? I have a build? Can you explain it to me? Because I don't have a build yet. I'm going into Warrior. If you don't know, I'm playing Solo Self-Found and going into Warrior pretty much completely blind and exploring and learning as I go to try and get that really authentic original first Warrior run to understand how it plays and what it feels like. So with the aftershocks, it seems like the idea is maybe we can pop down a few of these things until we're off cooldown again, and then as long as it comes back in 6 seconds. What's the cooldown? 8 seconds? So we want a little bit of cooldown reduction for that probably. Let's just set things up a bit more too, I guess. I think the Fist of War or whatever it is probably better on Earthquake then. Get ourselves Uncut Spirit Gem, which I don't think we need right now. Uncut Skill Gem. Infernal Cry. Warcry Speed. Does it do anything else? It's hard to tell because as soon as you press Alt, it like hides it away. Can't unless I can lock it out this way.
Infernal Cry puts a debuff on enemies that make.
Weird.
Infernal Cry.
Guess we'll go ahead and upgrade it anyway. Hello, Trials, gatekeeping the Ascendancies. I have grown to really, really like the Trial of Sekhemas. But I still agree with you though. Like, it seems like the wrong choice for the majority of players to enjoy the ascending process. What I've said in the past is I feel like the best ascendancy system would just be you go and fight a boss that's kind of specifically for your ascendancy. You just go do a boss fight. I want to check something here. In Lost City, there is also the jewel, which we may need from Gilded Beetle. Not the lost treasure. So we can go via that checkpoint. Do 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 do. Back home. It's kind of cool though. Kind of cool. I absolutely hate Dark Souls' gameplay model. I was a huge D2 Lord of Destruction fan for over a decade. A lot of PoE2 feels like D2. That I love. However, the Souls-like feel keeps alienating me severely. What do you mean when you mean Souls-like? Just like more player skill, like physical player skill gameplay in fights. Is that kind of your the thing you dislike or mean with that? That's kind of like how I read it typically. And I'm not saying that as an insult or anything like that as well. Because like some people prefer action RPGs to be just about how they build their character and not about how they physically play their character. They want that to be like a non-major element. Learning and repetition. So like learning boss mechanics and, you know, getting a little bit further in the fight each time. Yeah. And the game does that pretty dang well in the campaign, honestly. But it does fall apart a bit at Endgame with the fact that it can take a very long time to get to the bosses, and then if you fail out, you only get one attempt. So there's a little bit at odds there at the end game. Got skill gem, very good. That's my 9th treasure, eh? Are you back at the start, are you? Maybe. It's usually a long hallway, but that actually kind of looks like the hallway there. But there's no checkpoints, so it can't be. Unless I just missed the checkpoint. No, there's probably another hallway back at the early part. Speaking of the start. Hard to learn a boss if you one-shot it too. Yeah, so there needs to be no one one-shotting anyone for that learning and iteration part. PoE 1 had that memorizing mechanics. I mean, I was never going to do Shape of the Maven on my first try when they first came out. Yeah. Yeah, they were very much about learning the fights as well. Although you did get multiple portals to do it there, which... But literally a complaint I had in Puzzle 1 often was the fact that like learning Maven was really painful because it took so long to get yourself another attempt. That made it quite frustrating. I really liked when they added some of the later bosses where you could keep attempting them until you got it that first time around. I really liked that. Did I cancel my war cry or something? Must have animation cancelled my war cry. It never went off. One portal equals 7 div problem? Yeah, I definitely am very concerned about that. I think that's potentially a big issue. Where's my beetle? So it's like, I mean, dodge until DPS window opens. Learn that opening, which is horrifically narrow for a warrior, by the way. Then dodge again. Feels less action RPG and more rhythm game. Sure, sure. I understand that. I understand that perspective. I don't like necessarily agree with it, but I understand it. Personally, I kind of love it. And like, there's to an extent, right? Like the way you describe it, I don't love the way you describe it. Like, I don't love a fight that actually plays the way you describe it, where you are only dealing damage for 1 second out of every 30 or something. But in my experience, that's not been the case. But also, I haven't played maybe enough Warrior. Maybe it can feel like that at times, perhaps. Although mostly what I've seen of Warriors is them dumpstering bosses. And that has been my experience so far too. But I get the idea that for some people, action RPG doesn't mean that style of gameplay. Whereas for me, I don't feel like action RPG is at odds with that. Oh boy. Ninth Beetle's straight up boss fight here. I need this. I blocked myself in on my own wall. Hilarious. Hilarious.
Impressive workmanship.
Oh, I got my first unique. So much loot. What do we get? We got Ashen Staff, Dusk Visual. Yeah, nice. Ember Fusillade trigger. Pretty cool. Spellcaster leveling item. We'll go down and get beef, because of course we're gonna go get beef. Watching you stand there and squish bugs one by one is very entertaining. It's pretty funny when it's like a stomp too. What's the one that does the stomp? What skill's that? Oh, it's the totem. Because it looks like I'm stomping on the beetles. Oh, we're supposed to go back via our checkpoint, aren't we? Ooh. What do you mean? Oh yeah, I got the bleed one too. The unique that makes you bleed. Yes, that's right. I forgot about that. Sorry, my second unique. I vended the other one. I did forget about that.
Did they really need all
Need a trip back to town. Looks like I got a Sapphire Jewel as my guaranteed jewel drop. Unfortunately, not very likely to be useful. About the only thing I could roll in there probably is mana gain on kill, which is a good mod if we get it. Cast speed, increased damage if you've consumed a corpse recently. Not much good to me, unfortunately. Alright, you.
All right.
Great mana flask, no deal. Life, dexterity, lightning damage, armor evasion. This thing looks pretty legit. Yeah. Don't mind if I do. Freeze immune one's not bad. Chuck a transmute on there. I don't get frozen very often in the campaign, but it'll be ready for if we do.
Goodbye.
Do I want a Dusk Vigil in Solo Self-Found? No. If I have a level of Sork in the future, I'm going to regret that decision. Life, Strength, Lightning Res. Why do I keep only finding Pelage Targes?
I will tell your tale.
What have we picked up? Got ourselves a Regal Orb. We have a couple, actually. Good to know. Molten Blast. Oh, had to have a good stretch. Can't play Warrior without going beef. Absolutely. Okay. Man, I really need more Spore Gems. Let's go with this one. And what about if I just put Martial Tempo on Earth Shatter? Is that crazy? With Fire Infusion? Seems pretty crazy. Earth Shatter, Earthquake. Still have Bone Shatter there as an option. Shockwave Totem, Shield Charge. Have not been using Rear Shield. So bad at it. How are we looking for next one-hander? Oh, baby! Yoink! Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you indeed. Oh! 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 Okay, we're gonna salvage this one. Holy heckadoo. Physical damage. Don't have any exalts currently, but as soon as I get some, might go on there. How about that one? There's an upgrade. Flame of the Forge indeed. Hot dog. Yeah, me. I really want another amulet. This one's so bad. Kills me. Can I afford one? You got any? I think I might be able to afford a gamble now. Let's check. Might be a little low still. Wait, you're not even down here. Risu, come back.
Yes. Think carefully.
Ah, too expensive. Too rich for my blood. I can't see myself going back to PoE 1 after I've played a bunch of PoE 2. Hopefully the really rough edges are smoothed out over the span of EA. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird adjustment to playing some Path of Exile 1. Hopefully they come out with a really hyped league for us to feel motivated to play it. But I enjoy this like core gameplay of this one so much more. So it won't take much for me to never really be too interested in playing PoE 1 again, but we'll see if my opinions change in a couple months or something. I don't know, maybe I'll go back to PoE 1 and it'll be like, ah, it's like the good old days. It'll be like a nice little holiday or something. Maybe it'll be like when I go and play Grim Dawn. Now, what was I up to? We were in Keth, we just got to Buried Shrines, didn't we? Got ourselves a hefty damage upgrade. Change my skills around a smidgen. So much preparation, so much unnecessary preparation. Thanks for that sub as well, Tyrex, mate, in addition to the bits earlier. Appreciate you, thank you. I'll get back to PoE 1, get distracted, and try and move with WASD. Yeah, not having WASD. Ooh. will be rough. That'll be an adjustment. I don't know. Maybe it won't be as bad as I think. What is the damage of Earthshadow's kind of initial hit there? Pretty low, yeah. I think we get a support gem or something here in this one. I like this rune layout. Yay, support gem finally. It's so fun. So fun. With this pickaxe and this skill, I feel like I'm mining. I'm just working on my level 99 mining. Rah. Okay. I have a lot of things I want to get sport gems for. Supported skill, area of effect. Jagged ground. Lacerate. What's on new brutality at the moment? Impact shockwave. The heavy stun, that one's pretty good. Shockwave totem I was kind of wanting some supports for, wasn't I? Concentrated effect, overabundance. I don't really want the reduced duration though. Corrupting Cry. Deals 25% of your strength as physical damage per second. Okay, I feel like this is probably going to be pretty weak, but I want to actually give it a go. There was no doubt way better choices for us there, but... yeah, that's about what I expected. Despite the fact that I actually have a pretty high amount of strength for this level. I'm about to get beef, so... it is a bleed activator, if nothing else. So you could use, like, the consume bleeds and stuff. Combos there. Oops. Rhyme filter. Love it. Do. Corrupted blood is not a bleed affiliated with bleed anyway. Oh, you're right. It's corrupting blood, not bleed. True. Corrupting cry is corrupting blood, not actually a bleed. It's a separate fizz damage over time thing, so it won't trigger any of those like things that are like if the enemy's bleeding. Yeah, good note. Good note on that one. A worthy note. Wide belt. And the way Earthshadow wants you to use your Warcry after slamming him down is really weird to me, because the skill really wants to be used before you engage, right? Before you do anything else. It's kind of weird one. You can kind of treat it a bit like Earthquake in the sense where you prepare an engagement by doing a bit of this. And then follow up with an Earthquake, which is a bit backwards, but I guess that works. Do. Cooldown is so long. Oh! Another Artificer's Orb. I don't have another Fizz rune though. Unfortunately. Fire resistance. Do we check the augment on there? Meh.
Feel my wrath!
When are we going to see the Gucci Hobo in PoE2? I've said when Templar comes out. Gucci Hobo's got to be Templar, right? Was there anything in here? Ah, resistance ring pick as well. We already got guarded sarcophagus. Element offerings if we want to though. Unless it's over here though. I don't know if I want to backtrack a ton for it. I don't really need it. My iron ring is pretty bad though. So, could be an upgrade. Unfortunately there's no checkpoint at that exit. Ouch. Here it is. Nice. I did find it. Score. We need lightning. Oh, cold maybe actually. So fire ring with 1/4 cold damage to attacks. I actually might need the imps, right? Yep. Hopefully we can use it soon. You're going to do a special rule with the Gucci Hobo that you can't equip a skill till you get your first unique. Yeah, we obviously have to come up with a new rule set. The whole thing with the sockets on gear aspect of the original Gucci Hobo run doesn't really make sense anymore. So it's probably just that, yeah. Uniques take far longer to get, but what I could see is like a naked run to Cemetery somehow. And then farming golden chests for hours, maybe. So it's possible. It's maybe doable. We might have to think about if we want to make some specific rules adjustments to make it more fun, though.
I was mortal then. I was weak.
My king nears. Embrace corruption.
This is pretty fun. Yes. I'm just mining this boss for resources right now. Finally, a new shield base. No resist. Bit of life from the strength though. Open suffix. Not gonna exalt slam that one, I don't think.
That wound. How is she still alive?
Mortal is I ask you.
Zeri in the mineral vein. You're very welcome.
I will honor your sacrifice.
He says as he smashes all the urns in a 5-mile radius. What if they put an option in the settings to turn on off the Souls-like difficulty? There is an option. It's just not in the menus. The option is farm and get more levels and better gear, and then it stops being a Souls-like. that is the organically adjusting difficulty system that the game has.
Goddess?
So what, Jam? Yeah. I wonder if martial tempo makes more sense somewhere else, but it's probably the one for now. Shockwave Totem Sports might still be a good play though. Can you trigger bleed? Totems? Lacerate, 50% chance to inflict bleeding. Huh. That could work. And then we could have one of the other things consume bleed. Interesting. That's an option. What else we got though? More duration's also kind of nice there too. Ruthless, overpower. Spotted skills get range of melee hit. There's a bleed unique chest, one that makes me bleed. or is there another one? I did get the one that makes me bleed, I've ended it. Right now though, I'm kind of doing more fire stuff and I have bonus damage on Ignite. But I'm not really going to get that on Shockwave Totem. Might want to change my tree away from the fire stuff maybe, to a more fizz style. Definitely not sure on that one just yet. Let's go with, what do you got? Fully break enemy armor. Corrosion, poison, XQ, Eternal Flame, blah 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 blah. I'll chuck a Lacerate on there for now and then.
Browse as I shall put this to use.
2 life gain on hit. Life gain on hit's pretty good on gloves, but I think we're doing okay at the moment. Need augments.
Take care.
Careful story.
I need augments. We got an alchemy. No. Do I want to use this one? Probably not.
Tell your tale.
Keep you. So I've got fire and cold damage, yeah. I gotta get that fizz, man. We gotta get that fizz. First fizz rune I see. It's potentially going on there. Any advice for someone who's trying the Trial of Chaos for the first time? If you're doing the quest Trials of Chaos, it's okay to fail out and have another crack at it. Unless you're playing hardcore, I guess. But it can be a little spicy with the boss fight especially, and the modifiers if you've never encountered them before. Many of the modifiers are really, really deadly. So just pay close attention to the modifiers you pick and see how bad they feel so you can learn for the next run. I would expect it to take you at least two attempts. I think most people will take 2 attempts. Do you know if the 3 stages of base type system, there are 3 kinds of uniques? No, there's no uniques for like the expert and advanced versions. If the unique is on like a normal version, it'll only be on the normal version, and you can't chance orb even the advanced or expert ones. They count as separate bases. And that's just a temporary thing right now. In the future, there'll be more bases that replace those like expert and advanced ones. They just didn't want to put the bases in for the last 3 acts when those acts aren't in the game yet. Now, what am I supposed to do? Mastodon Badlands. Mastodon Badlands, Trade of Passage, where are ya? It's like varied map thing has mostly just been annoying, I swear. It's like, where the heck is the freaking Mastodon Badlands? There's Valley of Titans. Alani Gates, Child of Sekhemas. Am I blind? There's Keth. What the heck? Huh? It's all the way over here. Oh god, right. I guess I should look at the art. Ah, it was like in the middle on my previous run. Confusing. The downside of that is only spell weapons which have no advanced versions have uniques. Yeah, there's like a ton of missing uniques and stuff now that will likely be more of a thing once we have the higher level bases later on.
Shatter and break!
I think AoE on Infernal Cry would be nice for detonating these Death Shadows a bit more comfortably. I got stunned out of my Warcry usage. Pretty rude. Yeah, that AoE is like quite small. If I move a little bit, I don't end up actually triggering the spikes. Good to know. AoE would be a next sport gen then, maybe. Act 2 map is weird. Yeah, especially with the town moving around, it gets even more confusing. 25 strength. Woo! 747 life. Oops, I forgot about my ad breaks. Apologies. Gonna take a short break. I'll be back in a moment. See you soon. Hello folks, welcome back. Sorry, I got cut off by the ad break there. I forgot. What's the percent life leech on it? It drains your life for the actual leech on enemies. Sorry, is this in... This must be a follow-up to someone else's question or something. Is it Exile Dozzy? I can't remember when I played the ExileCon demo. I was a bit of Act 4. I remember it right. There was a zone with a labyrinth with traps. Yeah, it had the levers. I wonder if GGG is going to do a debate where the 3 cultural ways to ascend and a lab. Well, I mean, the next one is likely going to be a Karui flavored ascendancy trial, right? Which we already have literally Trial of the Ancestors, a Karui themed ascendancy trial. Feels like basically guaranteed to be that. Unless they do like a last minute course correction with this one. Hey, Mr. Black, how you doing? Fresh iron ring. Probably no good on that one. I'm hurting on the front a little bit, unfortunately. Ziggy, yeah, life spree leeches 1% of maximum life when you cast a spell. Does that drain you? No, sorry, that heals you. You heal 1% of your life every time you cast a spell. It's that's what it did in the original Path of Exile 1 as well. Hinakura had a couple lines that referenced them. Yeah, so there's been some more references and stuff there too, eh? There is a shrine we need to pillage around here to somewhere too. Did I get another checkpoint somewhere? A few. Now that we have the checkpoint, we can have a bit of an explore. Unsocket Corrupting Cry. It massively reduces your war cry anyway. It does? I missed that part. Oh, it is 30% less area effects. Oh my god, yeah. So not worth that trade-off. I'm surprised that has a drawback considering how weak it is. Considering I have beef right now, it does like so little damage. At this point, it should be almost killing trash by itself, right? Like, pretty quickly. Killing trash over like 2-3 seconds. I think it'd be pretty reasonable. With the amount of strength we have, but I guess then it would be maybe a bit too strong a leveling skill. It's actually pretty good once you get Seismic Cry or ignore the cooldown ascendancy. So at that point you can stack it as well, right? Like, pretty sure you can stack it as, I'm guessing up to 10 at least. You just have to stack it? Yeah, true. It's not possible to do at this point, I suppose, is it? Sekhemas trial, you think honor resistance is best to make it more simple? Honor resistance is the biggest one, yeah. Honor resistance followed by max honor and life, or max defenses if you're energy shield, which is even better. Those make a huge difference for the trial of Sekhemas. But just capping your honor resistance and getting some max honor and life, you can do like the 3rd level of Trial of Sekhemas very comfortably on pretty much any build ban. And it only takes maybe like 4 relics to do that. Can't afford my Infernal Cry. There we go. Yeah, it so massively reduces the amount of damage you take out. There we go. I need those supports. Do you recommend farming the 2nd trial to gather the relics? 2nd trial. You mean two floors? Yeah, doing at least 1 or 2 runs of 2 floors is a good way to get prepared for the 3rd floor. Yep. Shockwave Totem, Lacerate. What's our next call here? Infernal Cry. I was gonna maybe do increase area of effect on this one, wasn't I? Maybe we'll do that. Not expanse, but magnified effect. You can get movement speed too. Yeah, I rate movement speed a bit below Honor Res and Max Honor, but incorporating some movement speed. Having 1 or 2 movement speed relics is really helpful for doing the 4th floor. Because it helps you get through that boss mechanic where you have to walk over the things in slow motion. Do-do-do-do. Maximum. 19 life. Might be worth an augment if we can get one. Isn't Jagged Ground support really good for Shockwave Totem so it can trigger its own secondary effect? Let me have a look. I'm still learning what all these skills do. Jagged Ground erupts when hit by this slam. You know? Oh, I didn't read that line yet. Yeah, that seems pretty good. That's interesting. So if we put this guy down and then this guy, it'll erupt the Jagged Ground.
Crush them!
Which I'm guessing is this, yeah, broken bits there. What is the eruption on the damage for that? Jagged Ground erupts when hit by the slam, damaging enemies standing on it. Based on what damage though? Can't confirm Jagged Ground works on Shockwave Totem. I never saw the secondary explosion. What's it actually based on? Click on an arrow to see secondary damage. Ah, it's in here. Jagged Ground erupts when hit by the slam. On hit effects, on kill effects, ailments. In the slam tab. Can you not? Every time you get hit, it like resets it too. Go away. Go away. Ah, stop it. Stop. Why do you keep going back? Jagged Ground eruption. Ah, okay, there you go. Why? Why you like this game? Stay on the dang menu. Apparently the Jagged Ground eruption can cause an aftershock as well. That's interesting. According to this, aftershock chance of 20. Sick. Average damage, 23. Looks like it does a somewhat small amount compared to the slam itself. There's so many problems with the classes all being about... Wait, so far the Warrior has the best feeling of actually killing monsters on the fact that the sound devs wanted PoE2 to be played. Monk right now is just melee of PoE1 and remove that fun by being way too fast. I mean, some people really like that, but I agree, like I do find a bit slower pace where you are not getting killed by on-death effects and are instead getting killed by enemies doing skills. I do find that more enjoyable, generally speaking. The Jagged Ground is just a slow damage taken amp. It's not another hit. It is when the Shockwave Totem explodes it. That's what we were just reading about. But yeah, the Shockwave Totem detonates the Jagged Ground. Jagged Eruption is 25% of main slam damage. Gotcha. That sounded about right. It was 220 or something compared to 100. Scales with number of Jagged Grounds, thus more totems equals more scaling. 4 totems is almost 100% damage. Wait, how does more totems equal more scaling? I get more Jagged Grounds equaling more scaling. So if I put like Jagged Ground on Earth Shatter, I'd potentially be creating a bunch of them. I just have to make sure I was detonating with the totem though. But having a totem create their own seems pretty convenient though. A bit more self-contained. Four totem equals 4 eruptions per totem slam. When they erupt, don't they disappear? Oh yeah, I can do. I'm gonna die a bit. Does it heal when the other one dies? I can't quite remember. Nope. Doesn't seem like it. Chunky, man. So chunky. So chunky. Plated mace must be the next base up. After war pick, I think. But yeah, not gonna beat this one for a while though, I suspect. Did we get the relic from in here? We did not get the relic in here yet. Gotta go kill some of the clan members from this zone. Dear God, he's doing a melee run. I'm doing it. Solo self-found, blind, no planned build. And it's been very fun so far. Eruption does not remove jagged ground. Really? I guess it's hard to see when it's actually happening. Maybe I need to do it without some monsters in the area. Do 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 do. Okay, yeah, I guess this jagged ground stuff, that is the jagged ground, right? Like these bits? Yeah. Those brown bits. Easy to see if you take off the reduced duration. Alright, they're expiring a bit, aren't they? It actually does mean reduced duration's not as good. Yeah, we're using mana. We're comboing those together specifically. Thanks for helping me learn these mechanics. It's good, it's good. Often miss some lines there. There it is. Sunclaim Relic. What are you doing, huh? That actually, like, can go pretty far away from you. I never realized. I've been doing it as, like, a melee skill, just incidentally placing it right where my cursor is. Just because that's where I've been aiming. I didn't actually realize you can, like, place it all the way out. You can actually put them really far away. Treat it as like a pseudo ranged skill as well, especially with AoE on our walk right now. Need to get a little closer. Well, that's kind of cool. I did not realize. Alright, now if you could all leave me alone while I teleport, please, that would be great. The undeath explosions are way too frequent in maps if they need to exist at all. Yeah, yeah. Right now I'm like not too bothered about it because it's clearly not the vision for what they want their game to be. It's so unmatched from the rest of the game. But I think if they're gonna do their one death per map thing, they really need to deliver on the promise that inherently makes, where you're not getting cheaped. You're not getting like cheap tricked into dying. Cheap tricks are okay when you're, you know, you've got 6 portals. Kind of. Still annoying, but more tolerable, much more tolerable.
Browse as I'll unburden you.
Oh, I got some augments. Yes. Terrible. How unfortunate. That's a lot of cold resistance. Probably worthwhile there, except I was using the int. The bloody int! I gotta change one of these guys, huh? I have enough gold to gamble an amulet now, let's do that. Yeah, there's a skill planner on the Maxroll website. Skill planner, build planner, item planner, all those things. Right, gambler, Risu, keep forgetting.
Makakan, think carefully.
Amulet, go. 6 all attributes with regen and 35 life. Well, it's probably better than what we have right now. I'll say. I think that counts.
No need. I shall put this to use. Warm nights.
I'll put that to good use. I have a regal here, right? Boom. +1 melee skills.
Flame of the Forge!
Don't mind if I do. I think I might just use that. Yes. Yes. I think I may. Alright, looks good. Then to those. I'm probably not going to use that gem. Could have stashed it, but 25 gold was on the line. Let's try this Jagged Ground then. I did not realize this would have been good earlier on, I think. 50% chance to create Jagged Ground. Yeah. Let's do it. Imagine we have better supports for Earth Shadow to be using potentially. When you think we will hear from the devs next? I mean, they're on Christmas/New Year's holiday, probably about a week into the new year. So maybe, yeah, maybe a week from now. What day is it? It's Monday, maybe by the end of the week. I could say maybe by the end of the week. But I wouldn't really expect too much still then, right? We might get what we're working on, or the first of some changes coming out around then, maybe. You're all done. To go to the Valley of Titans, we must locate Valley of Titans, which is, if I look on the map art, that might help me in locating it. There it is. All right. It always tricks me. Yeah, I wouldn't expect before the second or third. Probably gotta get in the office, have a big meeting, have some meetings, make some plans, type up some news posts. Yeah, I'll probably be a few days in. How goes the warrior? It's been challenging, but very fun. Challenging just in the sense that I've had to, like, you know, put a little bit of effort in and pay attention to what I'm doing and how I'm setting things up. But it's been really fun though. Slim mace? No, I don't need slim mace. Big bada boom. Wednesday, Thursday are public holidays, so Friday the earliest. Yeah. Oh, didn't know about that then, so definitely not till the end of the week. I mean, at that point I'd say maybe even next week. At least a week in. Oh, hi there.
What is this place?
It's cool, that's what this place is. It's cool, man. Love them just falling over on you. Dramatic leveling up moments. I gotta get it through my head that you can actually use this skill at range, huh? It's wild. When I play my warrior, and when I've noticed on other warriors, sometimes when I take damage, all of a sudden the character, not the Hapish Globes, starts sparking, and then a bolt comes down. What is this, please? Sparking and the bolt comes down. So sparking usually means you're shocked. So you've taken some lightning damage. The lightning coming down though? I don't know what that part is. It could be unrelated, or maybe you have some sort of defensive proc, I don't know. Sounds like Flask MTX? Oh, Flask MTX for watching streams. Oh, okay. I haven't looked at that one. Definitely need a bit more mana to support the Earth Shatter spam. There's some solutions on the tree. I've had to do basically nothing for mana so far. But now I'm obviously struggling a bit. And my flask is not yet upgraded, so that's costing me. Aftershock, area of effect. Attack damage, area for attacks, and then aftershock, area of effect. That's fun. Or cry cooldown recovery rate. So there's a lot of stuff I really want. The cooldown recovery rate's going to feel really good with this skill. But we also may want to come up and get like Price of Freedom or Blood Rush for some of the skill cost management. So that's 6, 12, 18, plus another 18. 36 converted to life and 10% reduced. So we can offload to our life regen, which is currently not very high, honestly, so right now that would be somewhat of a liability. There's some nice stuff in Templar to help deal with that. Is there anything else here tagged as mana? Doesn't look like it. There's also the rage over here too that I really want to get. Oh, I gotta get the rage though. I can't not get the rage. At least the first one. I gotta. When in doubt, more AoE. It's not often a wrong choice. Upgrading my mana flask will also help. Recover from flasks. That will also help, coincidentally. Warcries is super expensive, 73 mana, so it is. Pretty pricey. I've got Premeditation and Magnified Effect at the moment, and those both come with big cost multipliers, so could use Inspirational Life Tap on the Warcry. It's like almost half my mana. Single mana get him kill roll mostly keeps out of trouble as well. We might actually be in danger of running out on boss fights in the near future here. Fizz Leech is probably going to be a bit too weak at this point. I could, you know, chuck that in my weapon, but 2% Fizz Leech at this level is going to be about 2 mana per hit leached over a few seconds. So, not going to be very good. Spirit Gem. Ooh, spicy. Where are you? Here you are. Can you like stay above ground, please? Oh, this seems iffy. This guy could be a problem. Guy could be a real problem. They're still here. And then their energy shield's gonna come back, you watch. This is probably a skip, this guy. Oh my god, I dodge rolled and procced my Infernal Cry cooldown. Yeah, we're gonna skip you. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call on a skip. There you go. See ya, guy. Level 10 flask. What? Come on. Giant life flask 23. Current one's probably still better. Come on, little goober. There you are. Satisfying. Are you the flask I need? Level 23, reduced charges used. Is it 165 mana over 3.5? Just the increased amount recovered can make him better than the next tier for a while. Increased charges. If it was charges over time, it might be better, but it is not. Oh damn, didn't know you could skip mods? Didn't know you could, or didn't know I would? You could, it's kind of funny because I nearly always say, this one I should definitely skip and then just keep fighting them. This time I actually skipped them. It's like I've learned. I've grown as a person. It's wild. Actually progressing finally. It only took me about 10 years to finally actually do that when I say I should do that. PoE 2 taught you futility. The warrior in part of there's my IGN headline or something, eh? Like, the warrior taught me the meaning of futility. Fighting a proximity shield, temporal bubble, monster that dives underground with energy shield recharge, rare monster on my warrior taught me the meaning of futility. Pretty cool. Oh baby. Bonk. Very nice. Plated mace with a socket. You never know. Pretty hard to beat the one we got currently though. It's going to be cooking for another tier or two. So many explosions, I love it. You got your slams, you got your things detonating, you got the enemies dying from combustion, you got your aftershocks, you got your jagged ground exploding. I mean, Warrior's pretty cool. They just need to tighten up the skill package a little bit, add a few more skills. It's potentially very lit, right? It's got good bones. it's got good bones. Now where is our big old Titan guy? I don't think I have seen it yet. Yeah, there it is. Into the Titan Grotto. Grotto. Nothing says Kurui Warrior like running away from a tough fight. Got no when to hold him.
Cannot help me here.
No when to fold him. No when to walk away. No when to run. Especially the Kurui Warrior. Another Plagetage. Great, just what I always wanted. Go on, try it on. We got an augment. Increased recovery rate. Yeah. I need volume of recovery. I need big girthy sips, please. From my mouth blast right now. Giant girthy sips. What are these worth? That sounds a lot like a price check. Excuse me. People pay good money for those price checks. They pay good Ziggy coins for those price checks. Why did I mention the first ones if he's Kurui? Is that not a Kurui thing, is it? What are the first ones? What? He was adopted and raised by a non-Kurui, Renly. So he was raised as might, yeah. Cool detail. Cool detail, right? A little bit of world building there. You got a Kura guy, but raised in a different culture, so he's got cultural references from that culture. It's kind of sick. Level 8 Steel Gems. Earth Shatter can go up. I definitely do not want to level Infernal Cry anymore. It's already so expensive. And it seems like maybe it increases the combust damage a bit, but I think that's not worth the mana cost right now, since we use it more for utility anyway. Earth Shatter levels seem pretty legit. But I could also take shield charge, Leap Slam too, and give that a go instead of shield charge. Let's try swapping that out for shield charge. They serve basically a similar role. Road of Ash. Yeah, no reason not to upgrade that one. Let's go Leap Slam on right click, baby. Let's go. We'll see how I go with my tab block. That might be a bit awkward. No, I'll do it the other way around. Already changed my mind. Not that I ever actually use my active blocking. Generally better off attacking, aren't I? Can you test if Shield Wall blocks the Magma Blast projectiles? You mean Molten Blast? Pretty sure it does, right? Pretty sure you can use it to try and like shotgun. Yep, I think you could use that one to shotgun. Have you guys are minions? There you are. How are the rares like indistinguishable from the regular monsters, right? Crazy. Guess they didn't want to make like them look cartoonish with the kind of bright yellow and blue highlighting, but surely there's a way they can make it work without being too cartoony. Oh, slam! Excuse me, how did you start that? Did you evade the war cry? What? That's only a 16, but if it rolls the right mod, increased amount recovered with charge on kill. Okay, that's an upgrade. Except I'm gonna run out of mana right now though. Periodic invulnerability. Yes, 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 you do have that, don't you? Very good. And I have no mana because I just changed my mana flask. Probably should have waited on that one. Waiting, waiting. Shield up. Shield up. Ooh. Bonus key drop. We're gonna go farm. 1 rage on melee hits. Nice. Using any leveling uniques. Solo self-found. Started with 0 gold, 0 items. Wanted to get the real baseline of warrior leveling. And see how it feels, you know? Get a real feel for it. And if I think there's any value in it, maybe do it again and document the process and really give some good warrior leveling guidance. Level 8 uncut skill. Be a little careful with our upgrades here. Earth Shadow's probably worth it. Main skill generally is. Totem might be even better though. It's pretty cheap. For how much it does. How's Earth Shadow versus basic attack? Well, Earth Shadow's initial spike is less damage than basic attack. So if you're doing kind of like a Bone Shatter, basic attack Bone Shatter combo, that works pretty well. But personally, I think Leap Slam or Shield Charge Bone Shatter is even better. I have so far identified that the things that I think feel best for leveling, you got kind of two areas. You've got your default attack slash leap slam slash shield charge into Bone Shatter set up with the, what is it? Impact Shockwave skill. That is a very solid feeling setup for just simple, low mana cost, killing packs, and does okay enough against bosses. Not particularly strong, but okay enough. You know, it's just this, effectively. Works well. So that's your, like, your basic can opener skill. Or, your sonic screwdriver or whatever. Swiss Army knife. Etc, etc. And then the other skill package is Earthquake plus Shockwave Totem, and if you need it, Molten Blast. And those are your, like, problem solvers for difficult enemies, troublesome children, for Trials of Sekhemas, and so on. So yeah, if you're having issues with, like, the Trial of Sekhema, for example, using Earthquake, Shockwave Totem, and Molten gives you a way to deal with pretty much everything quite comfortably. I just rolled a pretty good amulet there, so I don't need that one. I think for clearing I should probably just be doing Leap Slam Bone Shatter. And then just using Earth Shatter for when I want to kill like a rare or boss. Is that a second amulet? Yeah, I ended up gambling a Stellar Amulet and I rolled plus on melee in life, so we're probably sticking with this one for a long time. I will likely exalt that to 6 properties. I think it's good enough too. So we're probably going to stick with that one, I think. Weapons allowed for Leap Slam? Only mace. Currently, the skills that we have are all pretty tightly restricted to their weapon types, apart from some spells like curses and things. Definitely want to look at curses, marks. There's a couple of little utility things you can use on basically any build as well. I reckon we just face tank this shit. You know what I should be putting down? My totem though. That would do way more damage. The way it like turns around and attack the hands is like strange. I mean, I thought bossing on grenades was easy. I think Warrior is even easier so far. Grenades was mostly around the fact that we stunned it really well. Well, I am out of mana right now. This lasts a little bit. Apart from that, we're fine. I'll just wait. It's fine. Just put my shield up, I guess. Just block. Block doesn't work against these guys, huh? I guess because they're ground. just gonna wait. Hilarious. Yes, I should just put auto attack here, right? Just to finish him off. Hilarious. I was almost just memeing at that point, because like couldn't deal any damage to me seemingly. Hilarious. Do 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 do. The flame ruby. Yoink.
Time to make my escape.
That boss has a bunch of super safe spots to stand since it has no default attack. Ah, you can kind of like map out the areas where those certain attacks don't hit. Yeah.
Take a bit of my finger.
Tri-res, armor, energy shields. Ooh. Lose some life and dexterity. A little bit of evasion. What else we got? That works. I think that works indeed. Yes. Did I get a physical here? Just leech. Which, you know, I don't know. Maybe it would have kept me going. Maybe the leech is what I need. Overpower on Leap Slam seems pretty cool. Magnified effect, experimentation. Probably keep that one. Shield wall does it in a circle. You trap yourself in a circle with it. You literally will trap yourself in a circle. Hilarious. I wish you could trap yourself in a circle. It doesn't work though. Oh, it doesn't trap you? What does it do then? How's Leap Slam? Leap Slam is a good stun initiator / clear skill pip. That's why people have been using it a lot, it sounds like. So far right now it's a very reliable way of proccing the ability for me to bone shatter a pack. Which is probably what we're going to mostly use it for. Instant recovery, I don't think we need that one. 69 life on that. Oh man, I don't know if I want to use the augment on it though. Yeah.
I'll unburden you. Take care.
Let's go ahead and salvage those. Do. Shield charge we don't need right now. Alright, go on. 6 cold res. Thankfully not good enough for me to have to worry about whether I should equip it or not. I've got Spirit Gem 8. So we can get Overwhelming Presence for reduced stun thresholds. Time of Need also is nice and comfy. It's weird that Time of Need is level 10 and this is level 8. It must be bugged, right? Like it's on the wrong bar? Kind of weird. Yeah, it's clearly supposed to be on some separate level 10 thing that doesn't exist. So it's just pushed up here. I think we'll just stick with Hero of Ash for now though.
Tempered by flame.
Yeah, Holy Descent later on gives you Consecrated Ground, right? That heals you. Pretty cool. Yeah, I have Overwhelming Presence. I use it on my Mercenary. We have just the one of these guys for now. This one might be worth chucking a socket on, I dare say. Probably needs to be saved for weapons first though. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve and any tryouts. Good 12-hour stream. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I've literally not decided yet. I've not had brain capacity to think about it. Like, am I gonna do any tryouts or not do any tryouts, or... Like, originally I had big ideas of like doing some sort of like best of 2024 indie tryout revisits. But at the same time, I kind of just want to play Path of Exile 2 right now. Do I do a continue Warrior Solo Self-Found countdown? Can I actually, like, we have to go to the plane the day after? Can I actually stay till midnight streaming? Is that actually a good idea? I don't know. I really need to talk to Amy and think about it. We'll do something. I don't know what yet, though. I just have not had brain capacity to figure it out just yet. Return to Zarka. Alright, let's get that horn.
Thank you.
Go blow said horn.
It is time to use.
Wasn't expecting a midnight stream. It'd be cool to do though, but Use the desert map and return to the sandstorm. Oh yeah, right. Gotta go there first. Sandstorm, where are you? Trail of Corruption, this one. It's got a quest marker on it. Feel free to celebrate New Zealand 2 years. We won't know. New Year's, that's true. Just pretend I'm 2 hours ahead. New Zealand is 2 hours ahead of me, so. I could be like, it's 10 PM, New Year's in some other country. Basically the same thing. Oh, now we have to travel again. There's a lot of little, like, kind of steps hopping around in this act, isn't there? Makes sense from the storytelling perspective, but slightly irksome. Did I clock on the UI? Yep. I intentionally don't put clock on the UI now.
This is a graveyard unlike any other.
I really thought when I first saw that rower that we'd be able to ride it with the hands.
Shatter and break!
Right, remember I said I was going to do the leap slam action. It doesn't make too much sense against these like larger singular enemies. These guys though. Prime them for stun. Reasonably chunky. Siphon's fast charges. You stay away from my fast charges. I worked hard for those fast charges. Late belt. Mana. No. Earth Shadow level next, I think. Yes. Didn't they show a class that could ride a mount of some kind? There was going to be a mount for Rangers, like basically a skill that lets you shoot while moving. It's not really like a global mechanic where everybody gets mounts that make them run fast through zones. Though that, funnily enough, would have been a popular choice given how big the zones ended up being. But I think they need to fix the pacing without mounts. I personally don't love the whole, you know, like Diablo 4, like gigantic zones with lots of running where you need to mount and dismount all the time. I kind of dislike that personally. But yeah, it's just a little niche skill thing. Doesn't actually make you go faster, it just makes you be able to shoot while moving without any slowdown. Which the Ranger actually has a thing for that anyway, or one of their ascendancies. But yeah, I don't know why it didn't make it in though. I guess it was not ready in some way. Mounts can be a good selling cosmetic item. That's probably why I imagine Diablo 4 has them. But yeah, that's true. I could probably make some money selling mounts. For sure, for sure. Never recovered from the fast charge yoinking from that guy. Pretty rude. Do 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 do. Hmm. I mean, I'll take it. Addicted to Mobility. The title of your album. Addicted to Mobility. Just like gangster pose while holding a Quicksilver and rower in the background. Queen of the Forest donned. Embroidered with your band, your logo. It's a lamage. Why are Regal Shards going for 1x? What's happening here? That doesn't seem right. But things like shards can be like no one ever really looks at them, so it might just be like someone's like, no, I guess I'll throw this up for anyone who's desperate for a shard. Maybe I can get some scam prices. It sounds like not a real thing. Are they actually going for that? Whoa, look where I am! What the heck? Doesn't seem legal. I almost got punished for it. Ow. Poison. Yeah, that's what I think. Like, no one's actually buying those, right? You know, we could go back and refill, but is that what a true warrior would do? Or would they hop around scared and try and use a big old stick to take care of the enemies? From a safe distance? Yes. There we go. Checkpoint, baby. Checkpoint it up. Oop. Some nasty auras on these things, eh? I love knocking them down though. So that was fun. Yeah, baby. Get him. Stop slowing me. What? How did I miss? Lit.
In the right hands, this could forge something truly exceptional.
Do. One rage on hit. Do I get the second one? Problem for later. I'm gonna go help my partner with some things. Do I take a break or do I finish here though? Is the question. I'm real stuttering then. Egan and Hunan? Yeah, Odin's Ravens, eh? I'll finish up here. I will be on tomorrow for some sort of stream thing for New Year's Eve countdown, maybe. I don't know. Throughout the day, in the evening, I honestly don't know. I need a minute to think about it. I've just been so tired. Christmas is exhausting. Expected Alpha some Warrior solo self-found action. Sorry I didn't do too much today, but it has been fun though. It's been quite entertaining. I'm doing Trials of Sekhemas and things like that as well. I'll be doing a thing of some description. Unsure when, unsure where, unsure of the details, but you know, a thing maybe. But thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you fine folks next time, eh? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Appreciate y'all.